Hey friends, it's Miss Brown. I'm back. I hope that you are having a great week. Today is Wednesday and we're going to talk about Amazing Grace. I know you listened to her on Monday and some of you sent me some great work on what the moral of the story was or the main idea. I'm super proud of what you did. Your pictures were great as well as what you wrote about. So the main idea in this story was that Grace wanted to be Peter Pan in the play, and the moral of the story was that you can be anything that you want to be. So you guys did a great job with that. Today, we're going to talk about Grace in her book with a few other things. All right, are you ready? Say, I am smart. I can identify story elements and sequence. So what we're really going to be working on today is sequencing this story. Remember, when we sequence a story, we have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Great job. Miss Brown has a story glove ready for us for Grace. This was such a great book. The pictures were beautiful. Grace likes to pretend to be a bunch of different characters. She likes to dress up and play pretend, and she loves acting and wanting to be Peter Pan. So the character in our story was Grace. Remember, when we do that story glove, we have character, setting, beginning, middle, end, and then your favorite part for when you retell your story. I want you to retell your story to your mom or your dad or your big brother or sister today too, using the story glove. So we're going to review our character. Our character in our story was Grace. Grace, the setting, was mainly at home or at school. The main idea was that Grace wanted to be Peter Pan, and that happened at school. Now, what I want you to think about after you've thought about the character and the setting is I want you to think about the main three parts of the story. The beginning of the story, the middle of the story, and the end of the story. In the beginning of the story, we learned that Grace went to school and she wanted to be in the school play. So at the beginning of the story, we learned that Grace wants to be in the school play. Now, who does Grace want to be? That's what happens in the middle. That's right. Grace wants to be Peter Pan, but some of her friends told her she couldn't be Peter Pan because she was a girl and Peter Pan was a boy. And then someone told her she couldn't be Peter Pan because of the color of her skin. But we know when you're acting and you're in a play, you can be whatever character you want to be. Just like with Arden when she dances. And that's who Grace went to visit. In the middle of the story, Grace practiced to be Peter Pan, and she was inspired by a beautiful ballerina. So at the beginning of the story, Grace wanted to be in the play. In the middle of the story, she went and decided that she was going to practice, and she was going to work on very hard to get the part of Peter Pan. There she is practicing. At the end of the story, we learned that Grace, she got to be Peter Pan in the play. She worked hard and she got the part that she wanted. So when we're retelling the story and we're sequencing events, we're going to talk about those three things again. The beginning, the middle, and the end. In the beginning of the story, Grace wanted to be Peter Pan. In the middle of the story, Grace worked really hard to learn the lines and the part and to be Peter Pan, and she went and saw that beautiful ballerina that inspired her. And then at the end of the play, Grace got to be Peter Pan. That's so exciting. She got to be what she wanted. Now, the last thing on our story glove is always, what is your favorite part of the story when you're retelling? Well, of course, Miss Brown's favorite part is when Grace went to see the ballerina because I have a ballerina at my house. So today, I want you to work on retelling Grace to someone in your home. I have linked the Read Aloud for the book on our Google Slides if you need to listen to the story again. You can read it again with someone before you retell, but you're going to retell the character, the setting, the beginning, the middle, the end, and your favorite part. Remember to use those fingers even if you don't have your glove at home. I know you remember how to use your hand. All right, after you retell the story to someone, Miss Brown wants you to take a piece of paper, and I want you to fold it in 3 sections, and this is what you're going to draw and send to Miss Brown. You're going to draw me a picture of the beginning, the middle, and the end. So my beginning of the story is Grace wanted to act, and she wanted to be Peter Pan. In the middle of the story, she went and saw the ballerina, and then at the end of the story, she got to be Peter Pan in the school play. So you're going to retell your story, then you're going to draw your pictures for Miss Brown. Beginning, middle, and end. All right, great job with Grace. We're going to do some more stuff with Grace later in the week on Friday. Now, this week you also have your spelling words, and we've been working on CVC words. That's right. Consonant, vowel, consonant. Our vowel is the letter in the middle. The letter in the middle. All of these words have the same letter in the middle. They all have a short I, like eh, eh. Good job. So what we're going to do is we're going to read these words. We're going to blend them together. So I want you to read them and say them with me. There's also a slide in Google Slides that has your words listed that you can practice reading from there too, okay? All right, let's blend it together. Zip, zip, in, win, tip, ix, six, rip, ig, pig, id, lid. Remember, that's a D. It has a diaper, not a belly. Him, him, ib, fib. We know that's a B because that one has a belly. That one has a diaper. That one has a belly. Ix, fix. So those are your 10 words this week that all have a short I in the middle. You can practice reading them with me, or you can practice writing them on a piece of paper at home, or practice reading them on your Google Slides. All right, we also have a question this week. We started talking about questions last week. Now, a question is a sentence, just like what we normally write, but a question is special because it has a question mark instead of a period. It's got that little crooked hook at the top on top of the period is a question mark. Now, questions still start with a capital letter, still have a finger space, but instead of a period, they have a question mark. And a question means you're asking someone something. You're not telling them, you're asking them. So let's try to read this question together. Is this your kit? Is this your kit? Good job. Now, Miss Brown wants you to try to practice writing that sentence this week. When you practice writing your spelling words, I want you to make sure you start with a capital letter, make sure you have spaces, and make sure your punctuation mark is a question mark. All right. We've also got sight words this week. They're on Google Slides also, along with our PowerPoint that we like to read that has the fireworks and all of the sentences. So Miss Brown's just going to go over these quickly because you should have already been reading the PowerPoint this week anyways. All right, this word is or. Or. Do you like pizza or cheeseburgers? All right, our next word is those. Those. Those are my favorite kids. I miss y'all. 10. 10. I have 10 fingers. Start. Start. Start on your work when you get done listening to Miss Brown's video. Pick. Pick. Make sure you pick a journal topic today and write in your journal and send it to Miss Brown. Only. Only. Only is a great word that you can use for lots of different things that you like to choose, but you can say that I only like pizza. Much. Much. I have too much stuff at my house. Your moms and dads are probably thinking that too right now with everybody being at home. All right, that's it for today. We went over Amazing Grace. We went over our spelling words. We went over our sight words. We talked about questions. Your challenge activity this week is to make a play. Grace was in a play, and she was in Peter Pan. So today, I want you to make a play for your mom, your dad, your brother, your big sister, whoever. I want you to put on a show so you can be like Grace. You can make sock puppets, you can use your action figures, your Barbie dolls, or you can be the character. But I want you to make a play today. You can have a beginning, a middle, and an end, because I want you to be able to sequence your story. Great job today, guys. I can't wait to see your work. Miss Brown loves you.